Greetings and salutations, universe. This is Creeta, and this is Interactions Now in Space. Hee hee. So in the last episode, we obviously got to space, and now we have ways back and forth using these really fancy celestial gateways, which in the overworld, at least for me, are completely bugged. Only visually. If I go through this, it causes some crazy flashing, which is not good. If anyone has epilepsy, I can't go on that in recordings. But we also have the home base teleport, and I know how to do it in the overworld without come back here without it flashing. In any case, we really have to set up the orbital miner, and I'm pretty certain that we have all the things to do it. Fantastic. So this is going to require a spot. Be sure to turn this baby on with a redstone signal and place a lens in the GUI. When you play on a server, you may need to change the XY settings. Okay. So this needs a spot, and because cobalt, as far as I can tell, is fairly useless, and it's really pretty. This is a egregious on a chisel, so I think we'll stick with that. So let's see if we can figure out how to make it. Does the holo projector tell me an easy way to make this machine? That is the question. Oh, I didn't realize I could click through here. Orbital Laser Drill. Click. Oh, that's not so bad. Glass, glass, glass. I don't know if we'll necessarily need stuff under it. That will be a question. Oh, you can move it around. Oh, I was having so much trouble with this before. It would only show the bottom, but that makes a lot of sense now. So that's not so shabby. Not so shabby at all. I like it. So output hatches. You know, this is going to be way easier now. Alright, and after placing these blocks, I think we should be good. So hopefully, place, right click, oh, ho, 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 yeah. I think it said it needed a lens of some sort, so hopefully it's this one. Orbital miner thingamabobber, basic lens, I don't know. And then we need to give it power, and probably a whole bunch of it. More than I'm likely producing at the moment, but that's okay. Where did I put my Spectre coils? There's 2. That's not amazing, but that'll have to do. Power input. Can I place it like right there? I don't think so. Can I place it here? Place. We'll see how that does for right now. And let's see. And now is stuff coming out the output hatches. Reset. It has power. I can see that. That is verified. Single. Line X. Line 0. Spiral. Single. I think all that it needed was some power. Let's turn that lever on and see what happens. It seems like something is happening. Oh, and we're getting stuff! Woohoo! There's some dense iron ore. I imagine stuff will try and come out other hatches, but we're going to turn that off. We're definitely going to need to have some way of getting this stuff to us. There's a few options. Probably one of the Can we make an ender chest? That would be really convenient. We have stardust. I don't think we have void metal. I think that's currently out of our reach. What about quests? What give it for a quest? The infinite expanse. Ha ha! Oh, that's very convenient. So let's reach into our satchel, get out an item, conduit, doohickey, dooder. What about just a translocator? Don't we have some of those? Yeah, item translocator. That should work great. Place. How do we change this? Oh, there we go. Press, and so that's in, and that's out. Perfect. Ooh. Yeah, I might want to put a filter on that, though. Filter, out. Well, that's a blank filter. I'll do it on the other end. That's not a big concern. And just in case this goes so fast, I can't really even handle it, I'm going to place one here, and the any is on this side. So place, press that plate. There we go. And that should function quite well. Oh, not that one. We want to go to, and we're just going to claim the chunks around this thing. Should be fine. Chunk load. Perfect. And now I think I want to have the output chest before I have this one. Do I want to filter out all the cobble and whatnot first? That's a good question. I mean, I could, and then it's not going through the ender chest. Nah, it's okay. So let's go back to the home base. Warning, no oxygen detected. I think that's because I'm teleporting, bro. And now we're gonna need an input location. Something where we can have all our ores flow in, and then we can bring them out to process. The other issue is I don't necessarily want to be processing everything non-stop. I kind of, because for a little while, our system just won't be able to handle it, I think. It's HV, and we only have a few of those. Then again, I could just make more diesel generators and just deal with it. That's an option. But it'll be giving us ores faster than we can handle. So we probably need to have a ore room, and I'm thinking something like around here will work pretty well. Just like a wall of what we have coming in should work quite nicely. Let us see. What do we want to do for that? Probably just ender chest, have a trash can, and then a wall of ores. I think I like that idea. Do I want more space? I think it's approximately somewhere around 20 items, so if I need more space, I can just go up. And this isn't so bad of a little hallway right here. Yeah, this'll work really well. All right, the next question is, do we want to go with caches with an overflow system, or do we want to go with barrels with a void system, right? So like a void upgrade? Caches look so much nicer, huh? If I could paint the barrels, that would be nice. I bet there's a way to, I just don't know how. So we're gonna go with caches. And I thought it would be hilarious if we actually utilize cobblestone in our system. So we're totally gonna turn it into EMC. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh man, I'm a love that. That is gonna be so funny. And then if it ever gets full, it'll just go into an overflow trash can, which we'll have in the background. I think that's gonna be a fun solution. Okay, we are making progress. I have reason to believe there's about 20 things that will come out of the orbital miner. Does it tell me? It doesn't, but that's okay. Or maybe it does tell me right here. Is it this thing? Is it this panel? Yeah, that looks like about 20 things. Yeah, totally. That should work. So now I think I kind of want to try and I'm going to save some of the stuff in here. Maybe I actually make that a lower priority and we figure it out as we go. I'm going to put this on extract never active for a moment, and we're going to see what pops out in this ender chest as we turn the machine on. So we have to go back. I really should get something set up for this, but this is okay. And I don't look to the right, just a little bit, so that we can go to the space station. And we're going to see if we can just turn her on. All right, let's see if that works. It looks like it's using power, and we're getting stuff in this chest. Perfect. Is anything coming out of other outputs? A little bit, but that's no big deal. And then we teleport back home using our fantastic dislocator after a smidgen of lag. There we go. And we should see items in this chest. So what are we going to get out of here? We're going to get a bit of cobble, which I don't think that's going to be super useful, but I still want it to be in the system. So let's put an insert on that and extract, and then we're going to do a conduit probe with right click, copied. Wait, no, pasted. Always active, shift right click, copied conduit settings. There we go. And that should take all the cobble as we get it. Ooh, but not really fast enough. Is it not connected? Is it... I still didn't do insert. Whoopsies. Always active, no. Never active, extract, copy. There we go. Okay, now that is one thing down. The next one, we want to have some of our ores coming in. And critical ores, in my opinion, should have a prominent space here. So I think dense iron, you can go there for right now. And copy. Yoink. Next up, let's take a look at the list, because I guess this must be it, right? In my opinion, copper and tin should go together, along with certain other things, right? Like crystals should be close to each other on the board. Oh, we are going to get obsidian. That's interesting. I think obsidian has EMC, so we don't necessarily want to have things go flooding into the relay on its own. But once we have a buffer of everything, that should be okay. And then a super small buffer, we'll just have like a trash can right here somewhere, which will take all of the overflow. Fantastic. This is beautiful. I love it. We just need to probably provide it more power, to be perfectly honest. Where did I end up having that powered? I ended up giving it the HV line. Do I want to necessarily have a CEU that's pushing even more? Heck yeah, I do. What am I shouldn't even think about that. That's not a complicated question. Can it point up is a good question. That is an excellent question. Yoink. Oh yeah. Heck yeah, I can. Perfect. So we'll grab this CEU and we'll just give this even more power. I think I might have to yoink the Spectre thing for a second. Unless, can I convince you to point up? Maybe. I don't know. It says 0 in there, so that's a potentially good sign. I need to make more batteries. Yeah, this is completely empty. This buffer is completely empty. That's not good. Definitely more batteries. But for right now, yep, that is working. Fantastic. That'll be double the power into that orbital miner. And we should see almost all of the things now, I imagine. So block of skystone, that's kind of interesting, but that's a unique thing, along with this Livingwood. Oh, I don't have to make Livingwood anymore? That's awesome. I see Livingrock, but I haven't seen it pop out of our system yet, which is a little bit of a bummer. Glowstone is a fantastic thing. That is good news. And there we have it. I think this system will work pretty well. We have a spare spot, which is being taken up by a beautiful emerald ore, and everything kind of makes sense to me. We have green crystal coming in there next to the emerald, right? Things are somewhat color-coded. The most important things being iron and emerald, iron being functionally important, and emerald being Creeta important. And then for the most part, things kind of stay together. So glowstone next to yellow, obsidian next to glowstone because that's Minecraft. Sooty Marble kind of on its own, along with block of Skystone, but they're all black. And then Botania stuff down here. I didn't really want to place, even though this one should be next to the red block in my head, I wanted it to have a color transition going that way. So yeah, tin and copper next to each other, all sorts of good stuff. Silver next to gold, everything makes sense to me. Cobble is flowing into this relay, quite fantastic. And there's even a backup trash can on like -5. And in case I accidentally put anything, like let's say I put, time in a bottle. Oh no, I trashed it, right? That'd be really bad, but I have an obsidian chest to just kind of catch anything before it goes into the trash can. And I might remove that later, but for right now, it's just sort of a backup in case, and I might put a filter on this to make sure it doesn't catch like cobblestone or something. Yeah, this is beautiful, right? We already have a whole bunch of iron, and I can just take this, yoink, and walk down here and put it into our system. Because I think I have this on auto supply with dense, don't I? Yeah, there we go. It just shot off. Beautiful. I definitely need to take care of some of these things. This is a mess. Definitely not Creeta chests all over the place, that's for sure. Or Soren chests? I'm not going to take his name. Beautiful. I like it. The only thing left is probably to either provide it more power or to set up some sort of process to semi-automate it. I don't know. I could always just put it in manually. Now these crystals are interesting. Oh, I definitely want to lock it. Shift right click, boom, 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 boom. And that is fantastic. I'll take a look at what these crystals do, but I think you just take what are they? What is actually in them? Crystal blocks. Block. So like this green one, I imagine we get shards from it. Yeah. That's the primary thing we get from them. What else do we get? Cadmium? Sweet. I don't mind cadmium. And with these, we can get the actually additions things. I think we really needed void block for something. What was it that we needed this for? We can make block breakers now, maybe. Is that the primary thing that I was missing? Empowered auto breaker. That might be it. I don't know, but these are all going to be extremely useful, and Skystone is going to be critical. Critical for, I believe it's blood magic requires it for the tier 4 ritual. Yeah, awesome. Now, this is all well and good, but there was some other stuff that we found, and I want to take a look at it. We found some creative modifiers, and I want to see if we can make our Shuriken a whole lot better. I also found an Enderium knife blade. Ooh, shiny. So let's see if we can add a whole bunch of modifiers to this fantastic little tool. All right. The first thing that I want to do is probably to, well, obviously just put on a whole bunch of modifiers. Heck yeah, modifiers 8. I don't need writable anymore because the paper is really weak. And that's just not fun. So I need to find what spot to replace the paper. And it looked like it's this one. So each spot kind of replaces a different piece of the Shuriken. And now our modifiers is down to 8, down to 6. But the attack is up to 8.75 from 7.5. It's not a lot, but it makes a difference when you're spamming these things. And the other big thing is this has interference. So I think I should be able to hit Enderman with it, and it also has end speed, which means it'll just go pew and hit something. It doesn't get affected by gravity as well, I hope. Obviously, I want to put on a whole bunch of quartz, so sharp, and there's multiple levels of that, but right now I'm currently processing quartz, so we need to wait on that. And we can always find more, so figuring that out isn't a big deal. We have luck, we have that. I think I also want a little bit of necrotic bone on it, and that'll heal me whenever I hit something with it. So that's the next level, and I can't add any more modifiers due to max allowed. So maybe that's the max on that. Can I still add, ooh, error. That's not good. Maybe there's too many traits. So if I reduce the number of traits temporarily, that might work. It's always problem solving with these things, right? So if I come down here, I grab out this guy, switch him to a knife thing. I wonder if we can achieve more modifiers by not having that interference stuff on it right at this moment. So, I mean, Demon is pretty cheap, so we'll just toss that in here. Yoink, and speed that along because it has a battery. Whee! Speed up. And it should pop. Oh, I already had one. Well, no, I didn't. Okay. That must be the one we just made. So I want to see and test more things with this, right? So if I put that here, it reduces the number of traits we have. So the next question is, can I now add on more stuff? Ah, I see. So it might just think that I have so many traits because of the interference thing that it interferes with it. So I'm gonna just put on a few more of these, right? What is the return on that? The necrotic 3, I feel like it's 10% per, but I can't quite recall. So I need to overload this with sharp before I put on that again, and I also need to test a tiny bit with it. So let's exit our peace candle range, and we should see things like flying spiders of death, and I'm just gonna shoot them. Okay, it doesn't have the interference thing anymore, so I have to actually get close to it. Alright, sweet. That killed them pretty fast. I think those are relatively strong little spiders. So that we have confirmed is a working item. And with that, this is probably all we have for this episode. Ooh, a little bit dark in certain corners. In this episode, we did the Orbital Miner, along with some improvements to these Shurikens. And I like them a lot. Heck yeah. Hello, Shuriken. Woohoo! Yeah. This is fantastic. We have pretty much unlimited resources as far as these 20 are concerned. And we don't have to process a lot of them, like the Sooty Marble or the Livingrock, the Livingwood, all sorts of stuff. Super easy now. We even have Glowstone, which was one of our limiting factors for nitro diesel. So I might go a little bit crazy with that soon and make a whole bunch of machines and automation and good stuff and yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.